How lucky am I to see the king and the queen on their way to the tournament? Wonderful. Hello, royal people. I applied to be one of the royal people, but I was denied. I'm a weary traveler searching for a blacksmith to repair my broken blade. A dull blade is not only less effective, but it's more dangerous to use. Here's how to keep your blades nice and sharp. I recommend getting a good quality knife sharpened professionally and follow a few simple rules to keep that edge as long as possible. I've tried to sharpen these myself just with one of those manual ones, and I don't think it works really well, so I figured I'd get some sharpening done.
Super.
There's some alternative sharpening options available, but they may not be the best for your blade. What you should be doing at home is honing. You wanna hone your knife at about 15 to 20 degrees. Is hold your knife at 90, half of that is 45, and half of that's about 22, so you're close.
Somewhere around there is fine for your blades. Often people are way too far out. They're out here. That's gonna dull your knife way too fast. If you're too close, you're gonna be scratching your knife.
Now all you do is lightly drag on both sides of the blades at that angle. Always cut on either wood or plastic. Other surfaces are gonna dull or damage that edge. Avoid those traditional knife blocks. Choose an organizer with more ventilation, it'll be more sanitary. Better yet, a simple blade cover, safe way to store your knives in a drawer.
But sometimes we get the hard water, we get spotty, and we get little parts of rust, etc. So something called barkeeper's friend. Sprinkle that on with a little bit of water and a damp cloth, and you'll be able to remove all that rust. Because when rust starts to get on your edge, that starts to pitch your knife, and you're gonna have to remove more steel.
Yeah, it's good for your sink too. As the guy who solves problems, I should use this stuff more often. You don't need that many knives. Choose a few good quality knives, like an all-purpose knife you can use for most produce, a heavier dutier knife if you're working with a lot of proteins, a serrated knife for bread, and a smaller utility paring knife. And then you can do a lot with like one good knife. You don't need like 8 different knives.
One all-purpose knife, you know, something that you can rock through food with. Size gives you efficiency going through food, but if you're not comfortable with that knife, you'll never pull it out. So choose something high quality and take care of it. It'll make the cut for a lifetime. Thank you for all the advice. This has been so awesome. I'm so glad I stumbled in. All right, so I have done this before, just not recently. So I'm gonna start with some axe throwing, which has kind of been a phenomenon, like a craze lately, like a group activity. But then they also have knife throwing. A small pocket knife multi-tool, so useful. Here's some handy uses for those multi-tool pocket knives. I use these for so many things. I keep one in my kitchen drawer, and it's my go-to for small projects. Loose screws, bottle openers, especially on Fridays, and opening up all those packages that get delivered. And that's just 3 reasons why I keep this in a utility drawer.
Right hand, left hand, bring the axe back, take one step.
Whoa! This guy's done it before. Well, since it is an axe, I'm a little nervous still, chucking it. Oh! That feels so good. That feels pretty good. Whoa! I think I found my calling. So what I've learned is it all comes down to the technique and trying to replicate that, keeping it consistent. So here's my grip. On the bottom of the axe, thumbs up, which I haven't done before. When I've thrown them before, I've thrown like this. So this, hand on top for stability, thumbs up. Give it some support. And then step forward with the left. Oh, much better. Most people's go-to is the knife blade, but you actually want to reserve that to keep that blade sharp and clean. Avoid using your knife for mundane tasks like opening boxes. Instead, preserve that edge for materials that require a sharp blade, something like tough rope or leather. And this is what you want for most of those mundane tasks, the blunt awl blade. These often go overlooked and underutilized. They're perfect for marking and poking holes. If you need to make a mark for drilling wood and hanging pictures, go-to package opener. And if you're breaking down boxes, choose that serrated edge over the straight. It's faster and can be safer too. Individual tools definitely are needed and have their purpose, but sometimes all you need is a one-stop shop.
Okay. Now, what are we looking for?
Dangerous. These are a little challenging. Channeling my inner Ninja Turtle. There it is. Oh, not too bad. Ah! Oh, much better. In the past life, I was a lumberjack. These are not the utility blades you're looking for. It's my veiled Star Wars reference. Disposable razors and utility knives are handy tools, and I have some tips to give you the edge when using them. Here's how to get the most out of those utility blades. One of the biggest things is these can be very sharp, so you want to use extra caution. When this end gets dull and damaged, don't forget that you have both sides to get 2 uses. A lay-flat blade is perfect for cleaning glass like stovetops and ovens. This one isn't retractable, so reverse that blade when you're done using it. I'm gonna store it with the dull side out to avoid accidents. I love these. Basic, look, just $1 for a box cutter, some razor blades. If you're storing your blades, it can be tough to know if they're new or used, so the ones you're using, mark to tell the difference. If you drop a blade, it can be challenging and dangerous to pick up. A simple fridge magnet can help you grab it. Here are the proper methods to follow when those razors are beat up and it's time to throw them out. Any old container or recycled bottle can be a perfect disposal receptacle. Just keep this somewhere safe, out of reach for pets and kids. Never throw these away bare blade in the trash. Instead, wrap them in paper or even tape. This will help protect the blade from doing any harm. From downtown, 2 points. I have not seen a hooked utility blade. That's different. You know what? This is a good opportunity for Google. What is a hooked utility blade for? The deep hook design, large utility knife blades are perfectly easy trimming of roof materials. Okay, I'm not doing much roofing. Carpet fabric, sheet metal, floor carvings, and linoleum. You know, even I'm always learning. Like any blade, scissors dull over time. If you feel them catching, snagging, or they're just too difficult to use, you may need to have them sharpened. Here's a simple trick to give your scissors a new edge. I just love the specificity of things, how there are certain cutting implements for different types of things. It's like, you'd think like, I'll use my craft scissors for everything, but no. There's special scissors for all types of things. You should only use them for those types of things so they last longer. Specialty scissors like for hair cutting and sewing, you might want to get those professionally sharpened. All-purpose scissors are affordable enough to replace, or a simple DIY sharpening solution. All you need is the exposed ceramic edge of a mug or bowl. Simply follow the angle of the cutting edge and slide it across that exposed ceramic. It should help smooth out that edge for better cutting. After you do that a few times, you can do a test on some paper. If you are having trouble cutting, it could also be rust and residue. Quick solution, my good buddy, DWV. Carefully wipe and clean. You can even let them soak for a little bit if they're really bad. And they have a ton of shears and scissors too. Good heavy duty work scissors. It's also important to use the right tool for the job. Scissors are gonna be smaller with those uniform holes for simple, light work. Shears are usually heavy duty, bigger, and used for tough materials. So don't try to slice through anything thick with those delicate scissors. I have the sudden urge to trim hedges into fantastic creatures and give haircuts. I'm loving the costumes here. My first stop is a show. I'm trying to find the theater right now. The theming here is crazy. They've got a huge pirate ship stage. We found it. Gotta find a seat. Danger! Danger! This is some true talent. Some true talent. I'm a weary traveler searching for a blacksmith to repair my broken blade. This is so cool. You can actually do your own blacksmithing and forge a dagger. I'm trying to learn the technique. That's pretty sick. That's so cool. I want to make one of the horseshoe knives. So they use a horseshoe and then they bend it and you can pound it out into a knife. I think that's so cool. It's warm back here.
It's warm.
Yeah, it's a little warm, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
It's a dry heat. I want to swing the biggest hammer you have. Good thing it was leg day yesterday, not arms. Ugh.
I hit, you just hit in the same spot. There you go. That's all there is to it.
Oh, I don't have to really do much work.
Yeah, no, you're letting gravity do.
Gravity's got me. Whoa.
All right, are you ready?
Ready, that's a hot spike.
Go.
I like a team activity. You can pound it out to that long and that thin, and it started this big.
Yeah, this was a railroad spike.
That's really cool. You can turn it into just about anything. There's no way I'm gonna finish this. But I felt like I had to do it. You know, sometimes it's nice to tap into your inner barbarian. I gotta go look at a sword. Maybe I'll buy one. No, I shouldn't. This one chose me. I didn't even have to pull it out of stone. All it takes is $444 for you to be a knight yourself. Go to the treasury and recover some funds out of this strange box of magic. This is more my speed.
Maybe a good battle axe for your picture?
Oh, there we go.
Try that out.
Oh, it's not even heavy.
It's not.
Ha! Ah! I've been dealing with real axes, real knives. This is much safer. I think this is more my speed. I should stick to the wooden ones. I cannot see a thing. I could not joust or sword fight in this helmet. And it's fogging up in here. Whew! How do the Mandalorians do it? Ah! Oh! You made contact. Bam! Oh! How lucky am I to see the king and the queen on their way to the tournament. Wonderful. Hello, royal people. I applied to be one of the royal people, but I was denied. We showed up a little late to the jousting, and I don't know if we're gonna find a spot. Might have to do standing room only. I love medieval shows, jousting, horseback riding. This is gonna be such a treat. Huzzah! Huzzah! I'm very late. I'm very off. Huzzah! Whoa! Yeah! This is the civil part of today's battle. I don't know what's really going on. I'm a little confused, but it's cool. This jousting competition is really serious. The fans are taking it so legitimately, and it's pretty dangerous. They're like, these clashes are tough. Ah! Oh! Oh, we got one in the sword. That's so crazy. Oh. I've looked for swords. I've dealt with dragon fire. It's been an active day today.